gonna start talking to you all once I took this butter out the microwave. And then I thought about, no, I might better start talking so they won't think this is another silent vlog. Did you come here to say hey?
Yeah. Hey, hey,
Say hey, everybody.
hey, everybody.
But I'm melting 1 stick of salted, 1 stick of salted butter. And then once it melts, we have to let it cool slightly. But you guys, listen, we are doing a simple cinnamon roll cake. Now, I've done a cinnamon roll ooey gooey cake, but this one is not going to be as rich as that one was, okay? So we're doing a cinnamon roll cake. And this is for all of our family members who will not touch a pound cake with a 10-foot pole. You just don't like doing pound cakes. You're not interested. So you know I have been telling you all that I was gonna do something simple for you guys, and I meant to get my let me get my bowl. Y'all, I changed my mind. I'm not gonna use my mixer, but so you all can see what I'm doing, I am gonna use my clear bowl. Okay. Now you can use a mixer. You can use a hand mixer if you'd like. I just don't think that's necessary for me. I don't mind mixing by hand, okay? Okay, so we have 3 cups of all-purpose flour here. And in this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 teaspoons of baking powder. I have 2 large eggs. They are room temperature. They've already been cracked, as you can see. I'm gonna use probably more than 2 teaspoons, honey. I'm gonna pour at least a tablespoon of my baking vanilla. I have 1 1/2 cups of milk. It is room temperature. And then I have my 1/2 cup of the salted butter. You guys, I just happen to have some salted butter because I like using salted butter when I do my toast. Oftentimes, if I'm just like eating a piece of buttered toast with coffee, I like for it to be salted. So I happen to have some salted butter, at least 1 stick. Okay, so that's melted. It has to cool a little bit. And then for our filling, we have 1 cup of packed brown sugar. And by that, I mean when I poured the brown sugar in there, I packed it down with my hands that I thoroughly washed. Make sure you wash your hands when you're in the kitchen. Don't be in the kitchen with nasty hands because that's just nasty. Okay? Okay. So I packed it down with my clean hands. And then on top of this, we have 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour right here and right here. And then back here, we have 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. This is not salted butter. I used all of my salted butter. So I think I'll just add just a little dash of salt when I do my filling. And I think I'll probably use this same bowl. So once I empty this, then I can use this bowl or either this one, either or, and make my filling to go in my cake. All right, my oven is preheated to 350 degrees. Okay, anything else? We are baking this in our 9 by 13 casserole dish. Look, y'all, I got me some Pam. Some Pam baking made with flour, perfect release. We'll see how this does probably whenever I do another pound cake. But anyway, we have some of this, and so I won't forget, we're gonna go on and just spray. Dish with it. And let me wipe off the excess from around the top, because I feel like that's gonna turn brown. I just hate a terrible looking dish that I'm serving food in. Okay. That's all I did, was just kind of wiped around the edge of it so it would look neater. Okie dokie. And you guys, I cannot remember if I said 1 cup of sugar. If I didn't, 1 cup of sugar to the batter. Okay. We're gonna add our flour and baking powder to our bowl first. Mix that around a little bit. I'm gonna go in and add my sugar. Yeah, we'll just add the dry ingredients first. Mix that up. I'm gonna break up these eggs. As a matter of fact, I want to add them to my milk. Mix them up. It's okay if some of this milk starts to kind of splash into the flour. Just trying to make sure I get these yolks broken up and mixed up good. As I add it to my flour, we have our baking vanilla. I'm going to be very generous. At least a tablespoon. I want to mix this up a little bit first before I add the butter. Now, when you melt your butter, if you do that in the microwave, you want to make sure that it's cooled, okay? You don't want to add hot butter. End up scrambling some eggs. Okay. Now we'll add our butter. You all, this was just so easy. It's not like it's a thick batter, so I just really wasn't worried about feeling like it was going to take too much for me to get it mixed up. Just that simple is mixed up. You do not want to over mix still, because you don't want your cake to be tough. All right, now I did the same thing that I did in the beginning when I melted the butter with 1.5 sticks of butter. Let's see, I forgot I do not have any. I want to add just a little pinch of salt to it. Just a little pinch of salt, okay? Now, when you melt your butter in the microwave, you want to make sure that you do it in intervals. Like I do mine maybe about 15 seconds at a time, because if you turn that microwave on and leave it, your butter is going to be popping everywhere and you're going to have a mess, okay? So do it in intervals. Now, even though I've melted it, I didn't necessarily melt it all the way. You see that little hunk of butter right there? And that's fine. So I'm taking my brown sugar, my 2 tablespoons of flour, my 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. We're going to mix this in. for our cinnamon filling brown sugar. And just make sure you mix it up good where everything is well combined. If you have any lumps, brown sugar lumps, I'm just trying to kind of, like that. Can you see that little lump? Just trying to kind of mash it out. All right. Okay. And I really don't want it that loose. Let me add a little bit more. Because like I want my brown sugar to really be thick. So I'm probably using at least 1.5 cups of brown sugar. And since I'm doing that, I think I'm gonna add, honey, this is what we do. We're just gonna add some more cinnamon. Yeah, see, I wanted a more thicker consistency. I felt like it was too runny, too loose. Now, if by chance I feel like this is, you know, I don't need all this, I just won't use it. But I just felt like that was too runny, because it's like I want like the globs, if you I want the globs of brown sugar and cinnamon. So truth be told, probably could have just done a stick of butter as opposed to a 1.5 sticks. Okay. Okay. That's that. It's fine that there's still a little bit of brown sugar and cinnamon on this. Get ready to pour our batter in. Now is where the power of a silicone spatula comes in handy, but listen, that's good enough. Now we take our cinnamon filling mixture. See how thick that is? Yes. 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 This still might be a little gooey. Where the globs of cinnamon is. This plastic knife here where I cut that butter, and we're just gonna try to swirl it in and try not to disrupt or drag this knife on the bottom of the dish. You know what I mean? going in the oven. 350 degrees. We will probably bake at least 40 minutes, but I'll let you know exactly how long it baked once I take it out. Okie dokie, we baked for 40 minutes. So now we'll sit here and cool. Maybe not totally cool, but cool for a while. In the meantime, I'll go on and make my glaze. I was looking, had I had some, I love making my glazes with coffee creamer. I don't have any French vanilla. Had I had French vanilla, I would have used that in lieu of just a plain milk. So I have some butter pecan in there, but I don't think we're gonna use that. But if I were to try to give you measurements for those that maybe struggle in making a glaze, y'all, I'm a glaze girl. So we like it pretty thick. Every once in a while, I might do a thin glaze, but I prefer thick. And this is not going to be enough. But start, if you want a lot of glaze, start with about 2 cups of powdered sugar. You want to add your liquid very slow. So start maybe 3-4 tablespoons at a time. Because once you add it in, you can't get it out. You know, you'll have to, if it's too thin and it's going to be lumpy, you'll have to add more powdered sugar to compensate for adding too much of the liquid, okay? So just add a little bit at a time. And like I say, just in case you still add too much, add a little more powdered sugar to compensate. Because see, adding that milk, it goes a long way. And if you get it really, really, really loose, ooh, you're going to have to add a whole lot of powdered sugar to come back from that, okay? So just take your time. Don't do it too fast. I like to have mine pretty thick in the beginning because that way, that helps me stir it, excuse me, and get it smooth. So if I start with it, you can see how this is too thick. But at this consistency, it's going to help me get it smooth. I never use a mixer when I make my glaze. To me, it's just easy to do it by hand. And just like that, we have glaze and it's smooth. Doesn't take long at all. I can tell that this is not going to be enough. But look at that, y'all. That smooth glaze. And like I said, because I can tell this isn't going to be enough, I'm going to go on and add some more powdered sugar, honey. And did. Now let me see if I need to add more milk right now. Because that was quite a bit of powdered sugar that I added. Okay. So now it's getting to the point that it's really dry. Hard to mix. Gonna add a little bit more milk. Not too much. I am gonna need more, I can tell already. And since this is gonna have to sit a little bit, it's probably gonna be, I usually leave it oftentimes maybe a little thicker than I need it. And then that way when I get ready for it, when I get ready to use it after whatever I've baked has cooled, I can just add just a little drop more of milk to loosen it up and get it ready to pour. Okay. It has a few lumps in it. Just stir, stir, stir. It's definitely a great arm workout. Okay. And like I said, this is really thick. I'm gonna add just a tad bit more when it's time for me to pour it over the cake. And speaking of cake, I'm so curious to see what it's gonna taste like, because if you guys think about it, when we do our pound cakes, we have the 3 cups of flour or cake flour with 3 cups of sugar. We had 3 cups of flour and 1 cup of sugar. So it really should taste like the cinnamon roll has that bread-like taste to it with a little bit of sweetness to it. This is getting ready to be interesting. So we're gonna keep cooling, and then we'll pour the glaze in a little bit.
Hey, everybody! Woo. I can tell you right now, I want this. I don't want a fancy plate, because I'm going to scrape my plate. Yeah, go ahead, I'm going to lick my plate.
You gonna lick the plate?
I'm going to lick my plate.
You don't even know.
All I know, baby, is it look like...
You don't even know what it is.
It's a cake with cream on it, so that right there is
some,
no.
You know, you got some glaze.
And some
right?
glaze, girl. I'm so good.
You got some glaze this time, baby, don't you?
Some glaze.
I need something to get it out with.
Y'all still in there.
I probably should have got a spatula that was not so wide. I'm just gonna have to pull up part of the other side too, babe.
Don't mess up my cake, though. I'm telling you.
Oh, I left that good part down in there.
Don't leave my good part.
That's your
I'm gonna taste a little bit.
Hey, get out there. You all up in the camera. They can't see. Oh, that's that cinnamon. And
Cinnamon?
that sugar right there.
Let me get that.
Did you get that?
Let me get my cinnamon. That's good. Thank you. I'm sorry, babe. I can smell it. It smells like cinnamon and glaze.
You right. What it tastes like?
A honey bun.
Is this cake? Is this cake?
Mm-hmm.
What the
You gonna taste some?
Just honey.
I hope it's good.
You hope it's
I
good?
hope it's good.
Let me let y'all see this piece since he didn't let y'all see his piece. I guess that be me and Jackson will share. Wait a minute, baby. Let me slide you back a little bit because you just... Y'all hold on.
People don't understand I keep getting taller.
And keep it tall.
You know what? Now this is for you coffee drinkers.
There you go. Y'all see that?
No, I always say ice cream for me, but it's for them
Cinnamon
coffee
stuff
drinkers.
at the bottom. Baby, it's supposed to be a cinnamon roll cake.
They taste like
Does
it.
it taste like a cinnamon roll?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then you got that hunk of cinnamon. Y'all see that hunk of cinnamon right there? You gonna taste it?
It do taste like a cinnamon bun.
No, a cinnamon roll.
No, it tastes like
Move
cinnamon.
over so they can see Jackson. You
You
gonna
gotta
taste
go.
it? Is it good? It is? Let Nana see. It's not real cakey. Does that make sense?
No. What that mean?
No. Because it's not as sweet as a cake. Like this one. You want some more, baby?
Yeah, but can we put it on this table?
You want to put it on the table? You want to eat your own piece on the table?
Uh-huh.
Okay, now I'm not going to get this to you. Let me get one more bite. Come over
It's
here.
cinnamon.
Wait a minute, y'all. I'm going to explain. Or you can go around the other way. Okay.
It's cinnamon.
I'm going to explain what I was saying in a second. Let me get me situated.
Here.
You want it right here?
What is that?
Okay. So, like I said earlier, how
Listen, people.
I had said earlier, baby, you're cutting off your head.
No, it's them that keep shrinking, not me.
I had said earlier how it only called for 1 cup of sugar, but it still had the 3 cups of flour.
Well,
So they're trying to make it more of a more bread like, cause a cinnamon roll is like, it's like bread. He knows what I'm talking. It's like bread. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like a cake for the most part.
yeah. So if they call it cinnamon cake, it'd be cake, but it was roll.
No,
It's like
a cinnamon
a roll is like
almost
bread.
like, yeah.
A bread with some sweet on top of it. Yep.
At least, okay, honey. You looking?
Just looking at the cake, baby.
For some reason, I can't even tell what you doing today. Is it my glasses?
Yeah, you forget out your glasses. So,
What you getting ready to say?
no, man, I'm just saying your glass.
What you jumping for? You thought I was
What's that
getting
right
ready
there? Kiss me.
Huh?
Kiss me.
You thought I was gonna do that again?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna.
You crazy.
It's good. You know what?
It's
It
not
does.
real sweet, so
It's sweet enough, though.
I know, baby. Back, you know.
Donnie, it's not
give
my
it
fault that this thing keep getting
Wait a
shorter
minute.
and shorter.
Okay, is that better, baby? Yeah, it's not sweet like a cake.
No, it's
Like
not
this.
sweet, but it's sweet enough.
Yes,
it's sweet
and
enough.
that's because of the brown sugar.
But
It
you know
is
what?
sweet enough.
One thing it is now, I'm gonna be honest with
Is
you.
it good,
A
Jackson?
cinnamon,
It tastes like summer pumpkin.
Tastes like some pumpkin.
But see, here's the thing. A cinnamon roll, it has the density to it. It's heavier. It's heavier. So this, it doesn't have that density to it, so it's more fluffier. So that's the difference you're gonna find with a cinnamon roll and the cinnamon roll cake. It does not have that density, but it's sweet. It's more than sweet enough. It's good. It is very good. So if you love cinnamon buns, you're gonna love this. You really gonna love this. It's good. What are you thinking? See, look at this. Now this one, you know, look at her fingers. Got cream all over her fingers and stuff like that. That's when you're going in. You're going in to take. I was sitting here trying to be all dignified and sophisticated, and I ate mine on a plate. I told you I wanted to eat mine like I wanted to eat mine.
Okay, man.
Yeah, okay, man. So that's what it is. So if that's what you're wondering, if you want to know the difference, it's like a cinnamon roll is going to be heavier, more like think of a biscuit, that kind of weight to a biscuit. Almost like a cinnamon roll would be
You
like.
saying this has weight?
No, this does, but this will be different. I'm saying a cinnamon roll is usually like that, like the heaviness of a biscuit, the density of a biscuit.
Do I have cream all on my mouth?
No, baby.
Okay.
So that's what it is. But this doesn't. It's much more lighter. It's much more fluffier. So
That's what I was saying earlier, that it's not as I did a, what is it, ooey gooey cinnamon roll?
yeah,
cake or
and that was
something like
heavier. It was heavier.
It's not that dense.
Right.
Baby, did you eat it all?
He's like that.
No, I heard him back there. That's what made me look over here to say, did he eat it
He
all?
went in.
It was good. Nana get the thumbs up. He gave the thumbs. They couldn't see you in the way. Wait a minute. Nana get the thumbs up. Can y'all see?
Where's my thumb?
You see his thumbs up back there, okay?
Well,
All right, okay, so listen. For those of you that don't want to mess with a pound cake, it was simple. If you want to use your mixer, your hand mixer, by all means, feel free to do so. I just didn't feel like it was necessary for me. I have to watch it because if I have stuff on my mouth, then he won't be on.
I'ma tell
He
you.
won't tell me.
They
Then
gonna tell you if I
I go to edit. Be like, babe, why you let me?
I'll tell you one thing. If I don't
Try
tell you,
that
they
stuff
will.
on my mouth.
Somebody be like, Miss Donna, you got something on your mouth.
I know, right?
I ain't gonna let it happen. I won't let it happen. Baby.
All right, you guys. But listen, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed, please consider doing so.
By hitting the nosy.
And that's turning on that notification bell. What were you going to say?
Let's turn on that notification bell.
That way you'll be notified. Come here, baby. That way you'll be I was wondering if you was going to get up. That way you'll be notified whenever we're over here doing whatever it is we are doing. Thank you all so much for watching. We already look forward to you joining us again next time. Bye. I held it the longest.